What's up, YouTube family? This your man Pristine back with another video. So this is the front-facing selfie cam of the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. We've got an 8 megapixel camera here on the front, and I gotta say, it is really good. This is one of the cameras from the camera system from this device. Obviously, you know, Samsung has been touting and boasting about this camera, the camera reimagined. You know, you've got the dual aperture mode on the dual lens on the back of this device. And you also have that feature on the regular size as well for the S9. As I mentioned, this is the Plus, and so the Plus has the dual camera system. You get that secondary 12 megapixel telephoto lens. And I gotta say, this camera is a lot of fun. I mean, for one, I mean, it's a hell of a camera. You know, obviously, you know, DxOMark didn't give this camera the best camera rating over the Pixel 2 and the 2XL for no reason. I mean, so obviously you're getting a really good, some really good camera technology here. So I can't imagine anybody, you know, being upset with this particular camera at all whatsoever. I mean, the little AR emoji, again, the dual aperture mode, I mean, being able to capture more light, and just really the camera lens being able to really adjust itself due to the lighting conditions without you having to do nothing. I mean, so, you know, in some of the darker conditions, you know, where typically phones would struggle, and take kind of mediocre or just terrible photos just because of the lighting. Well, this particular camera, you know, it could switch to a different aperture mode to allow more light to come in, which will produce a much more cleaner, crisp, and clear photo in low light situations. I mean, that's pretty amazing, man. That's pretty nice. And, you know, Samsung, I mean, they never really cease to impress. I mean, although I'm not really that big of a Samsung guy, and a lot of times their devices, I mean, they just seem, you know, the same, and they don't really, you know, they always just upgrade a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And, you know, I'm just not really a Samsung guy, but again, they never really cease to impress. I mean, there's no doubt that this phone right now is the best phone out right now, which is one of the main reasons why I have it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like my man Jay Will said, you know, if you're a reviewer, man, and you ain't got this phone, then you may need to question, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how much in the tech you really are, because this phone is really housing some pretty serious technology within it. And, you know, who wouldn't want to get their hands on this device? Actually, you know what though? I think I just lied to you guys. I just lied to you guys. And I said that this phone is the best phone on the market right now. Well, let me correct myself. It's one of the best phones on the market right now. Because since that Xiaomi Mi Mix 2S was unveiled the other day, and that Huawei P20 Pro, oh man. Sammy, you in trouble. Sammy, you in trouble. But that's another video, man. That's a different topic. Stay tuned, because I'm gonna have both them joints on the channel, man. I don't care if they're not coming here in the US. I'm getting them joints imported, man. But we do have optical image stabilization on board. Let me go ahead and hop out of the joint, you know what I'm saying, and move around a little bit so you guys can see how the 8 megapixel selfie cam performs when you're moving around. Let's go. Oh, and a train would have to be coming, man. Train would have to be coming. Whatever, we're gonna get it in anyway, so you guys can see, man. Gray, gloomy day here in Seattle, Washington. It's kind of warm out though. It's springtime, you know what I'm saying? I mean, so it feels real good. The forecast says it's not supposed to rain, so we'll see about that. Of all the videos that I've done down here, y'all, and the train never came through and interrupted, it'd have to come through and interrupt my video right now. It's all to the good, though. It's all to the good. We're going to move around in these noisy conditions anyway, so you guys can see the overall camera quality is absolutely stunning. Again, we've got an 8 megapixel shooter. Now, some people have said things like the front-facing camera on the S9 and the S9 Plus is disappointing. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I mean, you know, this camera, it takes stunning photos. The pictures and the image quality is crystal clear. I mean, I don't really understand what people want or expect from a front-facing camera. I mean, you know, this selfie camera does the job, and there's a lot of different things that you can do with it. So, just moving around, as I mentioned, we do have optical image stabilization. So, just moving around how I normally would. The OIS is definitely going to help keep things stabilized if you're moving around, if you have an unsteady hand. But yeah, this is the selfie camera of the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace. All right, y'all, this your man Pristine back with another video. Now, this is the rear-facing camera of the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. You've got two 12 megapixel lenses. One is the primary sensor, the other one is the telephoto lens. Again, as I mentioned, we do have the dual aperture mode, which basically means that depending on the different types of lighting conditions that you're in, the phone has the ability to switch apertures on the fly to be able to allow more light to come into the shot if it's in a darker environment, to still produce a crystal clear, brighter photo in low light settings. I mean, that is amazing. That's amazing technology that Samsung has instilled within this particular camera. Both camera lenses have optical image stabilization. I mean, so if you're moving around or whatever, if you have a very unsteady hand, no need to worry, because optical image stabilization is present just like it is on the iPhone X. And you're still going to be able to produce some really, really good photos and video. All right, so you can see down here at the train station, just moving around, gray gloomy day out here. But if you take a look at the color reproduction, I mean, these cameras just perform beautifully, right? With the pristine mobile right there, God, that's so crisp and clear. We do have 2x optical zoom, you know what I mean? So I'll go ahead and zoom in right there. That's nice, having the ability to be able to zoom in on a subject, you know, just while you're recording. Go ahead and zoom back to the regular lens. But yeah, I mean, you've got tons of different shooting modes, pro mode. I mean, Samsung, they give you a lot to play with to really customize this camera to get exactly what you're looking for, whether you're taking video footage or a still shot. We do have 4K recording on board. I don't have a Bluetooth speaker in right now, and so the sound quality is just being picked up by the microphones on the phone, which my voice sounds amazing. You know, you would think that I was wearing like an external mic of some sort. So yeah, man, these are the dual 12 megapixel lenses. We do have super slow-mo mode, kind of similar to what we saw on the Sony XZ Premium, where you can slow down. I think it's like 960 frames per second. I mean, so you can just be recording a subject and set it up to where a particular a small portion of video you can capture in that super slow-mo mode, and it's very, very slow. It's actually a pretty cool feature. Maybe I'll try to get some footage and display that here on the camera video here. But you do now have that technology instilled within this camera as well. So, you know, super slow-mo, dual aperture lenses, you know, 2x optical zoom, 4K recording, all kinds of different presets and different modes and things that you can adjust, you know, pro mode and all kind of other different modes. What more can you want in a camera, man? I mean, Samsung, they've been boasting and touting about the camera reimagined. Yeah, I mean, this is some pretty amazing, you know, some pretty amazing technology that they instilled within this device and the camera. Definitely a big jump from what we saw in last year's iteration of the S8 and the S8 Plus. Not to say that those cameras are bad, but these cameras are just better. Simply better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. It's your man Pristine. I'm out. Yep.